In high school, I was anything but the best student. I certainly wasn't a straight A student, and I had to field a lot of opinions from some teachers who thought I wasn't destined to do anything much with my life. And so looking back, I'm quite glad that some of that feedback gave me the push that I needed to get to where I am now. My name is Tristan Sames. I've been a doctor for 5 years, and I'm in my first year of specialist training as an anaesthetist. Prior to med school, I worked as an intensive care paramedic in the ambulance service in Auckland. The workload was really tough, and in the end, it burned me out, and I needed to move on. So in my 30s, I decided to retrain as a doctor. It was a big life decision to go to med school, but it also seemed like a very natural progression. Getting accepted to med school is definitely one of the proudest moments of my life. After my house officer years, I did a year of intensive care and then another year of emergency medicine. Go with Tiva. But every little bit of involvement I had with anesthetics, I absolutely loved. And it seemed like a no-brainer to me that that was where I was going to head. There are a few things about anesthetics I think are really neat. I think it's physiology and pharmacology in action in real time. And it's a specialty where you have to gain people's trust in a very short space of time.
My name's Tristan. I'm one of the doctors that'll be looking after you today.
I love that anesthesia is a very understated specialty. Patients are asleep, they don't know what you're doing, and when they wake up, if you've done a good job, they really don't have much of a memory of you. An anesthetic plan involves coming up with the perfect mix of medications, the perfect mix of treatment. With anesthesia, there's a lot of nuance, and I think it's a specialty where individual clinicians can put their own spin on things to make great outcomes for patients. My job involves assessing patients, understanding the surgical plan, and being able to anticipate issues that are going to arise. And ultimately, our job involves advocating for a patient who can't advocate for themselves when they're unconscious. Anesthetics is about supporting someone's blood pressure, keeping an eye on their respiratory and their heart function, and tweaking things as we need through the surgery to keep them safe. I think every specialty will say their exams are the worst, but anesthesia is certainly notorious for having some of the hardest primary and fellowship exams. There's an estimated 1,000 hours worth of study that needs to be done on top of a normal work week. Even talking about the exams gets my palms quite sweaty. Just finished a diploma in emergency medicine, and I'm also doing some postgraduate in bioethics and health law. One way I like to de-stress is to get my scuba gear out, get underwater, and take some photos of some slow things. It's nice to just be able to stop and look at something pretty. No matter how far along you are as a doctor, there's always new things to learn. The moment you think you've got it all figured out, that's when you'll get absolutely humbled. When people hear resident doctors, they often think of people being quite young and inexperienced, but the reality is we're actively treating and we're having a significant input into patient outcomes. I love what I do because every day is an opportunity to have a really big impact on someone's life.